welcome. I'm Liz and I am here every Friday over on Annie's Facebook page for another live crochet tutorial. So today we normally go live at 12 and today we had a little bit of technical trouble, but we are here now and I'm going to do this whole tutorial, so hopefully you can join me. So if you're here, say hello in the chat and let me know where you're joining from and what your name is. I'm Liz and I'm here today in Louisville, Kentucky, and it's a beautiful autumn day. So I hope it's nice where you are too. And we have a really fun tutorial for you today. If you haven't been here, every first Friday of every month, we do what we call a block party, and that's where I do a whole Afghan block with you step by step, round by round together. So today's Afghan block is this pretty farmhouse block. You probably saw the photo. So we're going to do this today, okay? You can get the full pattern. There's a link in the description. You can just click on there, print out your pattern, and work along with me step by step. And if you try to be here at noon, I apologize if I wasn't here. But hopefully you're able to work with me now, okay? So let me talk about the gorgeous yarn I'm going to use today for our farmhouse block. This is my Encore worsted weight yarn. And this yarn is an acrylic and wool mix. So it's really nice in a worsted weight. It makes everything nice and squishy and fluffy. And the Encore comes in chunky, mega, DK, and worsted. And you can also get it in, they have self-striping, they have tweed, and multicolored. So a lot of different options with this Encore worsted. And so today we're going to use these fun colors that I have. I have this pretty blue, and so maybe we'll do a little pop of this red in here. And I have this gorgeous minty green. So this live tutorial is sponsored by Plymouth Yarns, and this is the Encore worsted that I'm using today. So a big, big thank you to Plymouth for giving me this gorgeous yarn that we are going to work with today. Let me flip my phone because I see I have a lot of friends here, and hello, as you're joining, say hello. I see Linda is here, and Bridget is here, and Kathy's here, and thank you so much everyone for joining me. Let's turn the phone down and let's get started on our block. So if you're with me, go ahead and grab your, give me a minute with this tripod here. There we go. Go ahead and grab your worsted weight yarn and grab your 5mm hook or whatever hook you want to use. I'm using my 5mm today. And let's do this. I can zoom in a little bit so you can see me better. Let's see. Zoom, zoom. There we go. So I'm using my 5mm hook. Got a pair of scissors because we're going to do a lot of color changes today. So grab your scissors and your hook, and you're gonna, if you do this block, you're gonna want to weave in your ends as you go for the color changes, but I'll probably just work over my ends so I don't spend a lot of time weaving in ends with you guys. So Miranda's here, Jocelyn is here, and Brenda is here. So I'm seeing a few comments, but I'm only seeing that your names are here. So I don't, if you're telling me where you're from, I can't see it. So hopefully, if you have any questions, I'll be able to answer those. So I see a heart. Thank you very much for the heart. If you're watching, give me a heart, give me a thumbs up. Hopefully you can work along with me. We're gonna start with our slip knot on our hook. And I'm just gonna start with this pretty sandy color. And this is a simple round. We just start with a chain 2. There's my friend Tamara. Hi, Tamara. And she says, I'm here. Okay, I saw that comment. Oh, good. And Rhonda's here from Texas. And yay, I got some hearts. Thank you, guys. Susan's here and Nilda's here. Okay, good. I'm actually seeing comments. So if you have any questions, please put them in the chat because I can now see it. Hooray. This is really simple. So we did 2 chains, and we're going to work into that first chain, which is actually the second chain from the hook, but it's the first chain that we made, okay? So we're just gonna do 8 single crochets into there. So that's 1, 2, 3, Heather's here from South Carolina, 4, 5, and Jocelyn from Ontario. 6, 7, and 8. And this would probably work if you did like a magic ring or something like that. I'm just gonna do what the pattern says though. It says to work all those stitches into that second chain. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 single crochets, and we're just going to join into that first single crochet with a slip stitch. Super simple. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more here. Zoom in, good. And that was our first round. Easy peasy. Fasten off and join our next color. And Pamela says, where can I get a crochet hook like yours? So this one is, these are the hooks that I like to use. I can't pull this thing off. Susan Bates, that's what it's called. It's a Susan Bates hook, and then I get these little grips and I just put those on there because it's more comfortable. So it's actually, you could actually get these grips and then use them with any hook that you want. And I believe I got them at Joann, but you can probably find them online somewhere. So normally you're gonna, work in your ends here, but we're not gonna do a lot of working in ends today. So I'm sure you don't wanna watch me do that. But work in your ends as you go so everything doesn't fall apart. Now we're going to join the next color with a single crochet in any stitch. So Anna's here, Nadia's here. Hello, Nadia, and hello, Virginia's here from El Paso, Texas. So now we're just going to join that single crochet. Pick any single crochet that you want. So to do the join, I start with a slip knot on my hook, and go into that single crochet, yarn over, and then you've got 2 loops, and you can just pull through those 2 loops. So no need to do that slip stitch. And then we're gonna work another single crochet in there, and then we're just gonna finish with 2 single crochets in each one of these single crochets. So we should end up with 16. So that's 4, 5, and 6. And this is where my join was. So I'm gonna try to pull that tight. 7 and 8, 9, 10. Irene's here. Hello, Irene. And Rhonda says, where do you get the grips? I believe I got all of this at Joann's. Yep. So any of these like steel hooks that you have, if they don't have any kind of comfort thing on the end of them, you can just buy these grips, and they have a little hole in there, and you just slip it onto any of your hooks. And the pack of grips has like different size holes, so you can use it with different size hooks. So we're working 2 single crochets into each one of these single crochets around. And if you're just joining me, we are making the Farmhouse Afghan block for today's block party. And we're on round 2. And I'm using my pretty Plymouth Encore worsted weight yarn. Let's make sure I have this right amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and this one right here is 16. Okay, so we're gonna see that little single crochet right there? We're gonna join with a slip stitch in there. And that makes 16 single crochets. Now on to round 3. We don't change our color yet. We're going to work a single chain 1 and then a single crochet into each of the first 3 stitches. So I see that Lynn and Sissy are here. Hello. Laura's here. Liliana and Shirley are watching. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. We did 3 single crochets, and now we're going to do a chain 3. That's just going to make our little corner. Skip 1 stitch, and then single crochet into each of the next 3. 1, 2, and 3. And we'll just do that all the way around. So chain 3, skip 1 stitch, single crochet in the next 3. Anne's here, Tammy's here. Hello from Bordeaux, France. Hello, Naomi from Bordeaux, France. Thank you so much for joining me. And thanks for the hearts and the thumbs up, everyone. I'm so excited. Block Party is one of my favorite things to do, and I do it every month at the beginning of the month. So if it's your first time, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. So now we're just going to chain up 3 to finish off this round. So now we've done that last, thank you, last chain 3, skip that last stitch, and we're going to go back into the first single crochet that we made and join with a slip stitch. And now that is the end of round 2. Was that round 3? Yeah, that was round 3. So we made our corners in round 3. So we went from a circle to a square. And now we're going to fasten off my blue. And guess what? We're on round 4 already. Hi, Janet from Texas, and Nancy's here. And Macarena. Gabe and Lisa are here, and Sue Smith. What color should we do now? Okay, let's give it a pop of this fun red color. I like this pretty red to give it some depth, right? That was round 3. We're going to do round 4. I'm starting all these rounds with a slip knot on my hook and then just join wherever the pattern says to join. So it says join the next color in any chain space. So we're just going to go right into here. And Fran says, I did mine an hour ago. It looks beautiful. Yay, Fran. Thank you. I'm so glad you were able to make it, Fran. I know you were probably waiting for me at 12, but hopefully you weren't too disappointed since you made a block. Okay, so now let's see, where am I? Join, chain 2, and now we're going to work a bunch of stitches into this chain space. So we're going to start with a double and then a treble. So now a treble is yarn over twice, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and now we've got all those loops on our hook. So we yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. So you do that pull through 2 3 times. That's what makes it a treble. 1, 2, and 3. And we're making 3 trebles in here. 1, 2, and 3. And then another double. And then a chain 2 to end that part. So after you do the chain 2, you're just going to slip stitch right into that same chain space that you were working all those stitches in. Now we're going to do a chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Skip these 3 single crochets and then work the same thing in the next corner. So slip stitch, chain up 2, double crochet. Hi, good morning from Belize. Hello, and good morning from Belize. I'm so glad you are able to join me. We're going to do a treble, another treble, and another treble. And if you're just joining, we are on round 4 of the Farmhouse Afghan block, and all the info is in the link in the description. You can get this. It's a free pattern. Print it out and make one for yourself. Fran already made hers. So Fran, don't forget to post some pictures of your Afghan block, okay? We all want to see that. So now we're just going to do a chain 3. In all 4 of these corners, we're doing the same thing. We do the chain up 2, double, 3 trebles. That's 2. That's 3 trebles. And then another double. And then a chain 2 and end that with a slip stitch. Chain 3. These are the sides. We're going to skip those 3 stitches on the side. And we're on our last corner. 1 treble. Joyce is here, Shirley's here, Denise is here. Hello, everyone. And if you're new, I do this every Friday, usually at 12 noon. We had a late start today, but I'm usually here at 12 noon Eastern on Fridays, and I have a new live crochet tutorial for you guys every week. And now we're just going to end with a chain 3, and then we join into that second. So we did that, remember that was a chain 2. So we're going to join into the second chain of that first chain 2. Right there. Doesn't that look cute with that little pop of red? So let's see, that was round 4, you guys. We're already on round 5. Do we fasten off? Yes, on round 4 we fasten off again. Now let's add, I'm going to add this pretty green. I think this green is my favorite. All these colors are great, but I think the green really gives it a nice farmhouse look. Okay, so we fastened off that one, and like I said, you're going to want to weave in all your ends as you go. So we start with our slip knot right on the hook and join that in any chain 3 space, and then work 4 double crochets in the same space. So we're going to start right here where the join is so I can work over these stitches. So chain up 3, that counts as my first double crochet. And then I'm going to work 1, 2, 3, and 4 double crochets into that same space. Diane Thomas, hi Diane, and Carla says that hook. This is just a regular stainless steel hook, one of the Susan Bates ones. I like the ones that have this type of top has a specific name, but I forgot what it is. But I like to use this kind, and it makes those. So I just buy these grips, which I got at Joann's, because it's more comfortable than just using the regular stainless steel. So we have 5 total double crochets in this space, and then we're going to skip the chain 2 space. So that's this right here. Skip that chain 2 space and single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So single and single. And then we're just going to make our corner, which is 3 single crochets right there. 1, 2, and 3. So we always have to increase at the corners to keep it so it's squared. And we're going to repeat that all the way around. So single, single, skip the chain 2, which is right there, and then work 5 doubles into this chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there's a link to the pattern too if you missed it. This is a free pattern. Skip the chain 2 space, work 2 single crochets, and then your corner, 1, 2, and 3, 2 more, 1, 2, and then 5 right in that chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Isn't that green pretty? I love that green. So these blocks I did, I blocked mine. So you might have to block this one. When you have a lot of these solid stitches in there, sometimes you need to block them. But I just pin mine and spray it with some water and it comes out nice and flat. And then, so that's my last stitch here. I'm back at my join. And then I'm just going to join into the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 3 that I made. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And let's see, that was round 5. Now we're going to stick with the green for another round. And I'm going to do a chain 1 and a single crochet in the first 8 stitches. So the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, now that should take us right to the corner. which it did. And then in the corner for round, what round are we on? Yes, we're on round 6. In the corner for round 6, we do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. So if you're working with me, we're on round 6. And we're still with the green. And then after we do our corner, we just do 11 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And this is a free pattern. I see a link in the chat there. So if you're looking for the pattern, it's a free pattern that you can download. 1, 2, and 3. And just so you know, we do that every month. When we do these block parties, we always give you the free pattern so you can work along with me. 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm doing this the same thing. 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. I'm just doing my 11 single crochets around the sides and then 3 double crochets for the corners. 1, 2, and 3. Turn the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So my stitch count is right. That's always a good thing. And in case you missed the beginning, I'm using my Plymouth yarn Encore worsted weight yarn. So we're doing a worsted weight yarn and a 5mm hook. 1, 2. So now at the end, we did our last corner. We just finish off with whatever single crochets are left, and there's 3 single crochets left, so we just single crochet in each of those 3. Now we join again. All of these rounds are just joined with a slip stitch in the beginning stitch. Just the usual. Bring them on camera. Here's the yarn. Somebody wanted to see it. So this is the, it just has a color number. It doesn't say a color, but this green is my favorite. And here are the, let's see, hopefully you can see this. There we go. So it's an acrylic and wool mix. It's really soft. There we go. You know, somebody wanted to see the yarn. Okay, now round 6 is done and we're fastening off, just joining with a slip stitch. Now we're on to round 7 and it says join the 3rd color. So the 3rd color that I used was the red. So I'm going to use the red again. Go back to that pretty red, that gives it a nice pop of color. And it says join it in any center corner stitch. Here's my corners. So the center is just going to be the middle double crochet, the one that's right in the middle. And then chain 3. So slip stitch that on there. This should be in the back. Just join it with a slip stitch. And then chain up 3. And that counts as the first double crochet. And then we work 4 more into that same space. So we should have 5 total for the corners on this round. And this is round 7. That's 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to do some skipping. So we do a chain 1, skip this stitch here, and then work a half double crochet in the next stitch. And we're going to do that 6 times. So that was 1, skip a stitch, half double crochet, 2, chain 1, skip a stitch, half double crochet, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, now we're going to work another corner here, and that's the 5 double crochet. So it says chain 1, skip a stitch, and then work 5 double crochet in the next stitch, and that puts us right at the corner. So if you're counting and you're not ending up in the corner, you're off count. So you just have to go back and see what you did there. And then we just repeat that all the way around. So chain 1, skip 1, half double, once, 2 times, 3, 4, 5, and this is 6. So who's working with me? Give me a thumbs up if you're doing this block with me. We do it round by round, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I know some people work along with me because sometimes I see pictures posted over on the Annie's Facebook page, and I love to see that. It makes me so excited and makes me so happy that people are doing these blocks with me and posting their pictures. And it really does help. I think most of us are visual learners, so it always helps to have these video tutorials to go by. And then, of course, you can ask questions since we're live. That's always a plus, too, of doing the live stream. Okay, now we're back to the corner again. Chain 1 and work 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet. So once you do a few of these, it's pretty simple. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's my last one. And then I should have 1 single crochet left. So we just chain 1, and now we're ready to join. So let me see, I have a question here. Diane says, can we get patterns for the previous blocks too? Yes, actually. So if you go to the playlist, so you have to just go to the Annie's Facebook page and go to the playlist, the video playlist that says Block Party. And all of the previous Block Party videos are there, and all of the patterns, we put the link right in the description. So you just have to click on the video, and then you can download the pattern from there, right from the description in the video. I don't know how this guy got in the front here. Put him in the back. Okay, so that was round 7. Yeah, that was round 7. So we fastened off the red, and now we're on round 8, and it says join the first color. So the first color I did was this pretty sandy color. We're going to go back to that one. So if we're on round 8, join the first color with a single crochet in the center corner stitch. So you just pick any corner that you want, and of course we're going to work right into the center. And that is going to be 2 single crochet, so a single crochet and then 2 more. So each corner should have 3. And then single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And for this round, we're going to work over the chain space into this two rounds below. So here's the working round, the sandy color, and then this is the row below, the red, and then we're working into 2 rows below, which is the green. So we just go with a single crochet, work over this chain, and go right in with a single crochet into that green round. And then pull up a loop, and you have to pull that yarn up so you get some slack on there. And make your single crochet. So it's almost like a spike stitch, similar to a spike stitch. And then single crochet in the next round on the red, single crochet in the next stitch on the red, and then single crochet 2 rows below. Pull up the yarn, and then we're just going to repeat that all the way around, and that gives you that really pretty sort of 2-color mosaic almost looking pattern. You just have to make sure when you're doing this single crochet on 2 rounds below that you pull up enough yarn so you don't have it like pulling or puckering down like that, so it's not too tight. There we go. And single crochet there in the working round, that's where my join is. And then single crochet, pull up the yarn. And now I'm going to do the same thing in the corners. So we're going to do single crochet into each of those corner stitches, and then the very center corner stitch we have to make another corner, so we work 3 single crochets. Super simple. And then a single in the next 2, and then we go back to the mosaic or the spiky stitch, whatever you want to call it. It's really just a single crochet. A single crochet with really pulling up that yarn to make sure you've got enough. And I'm glad I used the red, because now you can really see the contrast between the red color and just the light beige or sandy type of color. And we're just working that all the way around. And if you just popped on, if you missed the beginning, we are on round 8 already. So this square has 10 rounds. We're on round 8. 2, now we're working the corners. 1, 2, 3 for the corner. 1 and 2. So remember, we're skipping back and forth from 2 rounds below to make that long single crochet, and then 1 round below, or the previous round. So 2 rounds below, and then back to 1 round below. And the working round is the round that we're doing, the sand colored one. Single and single. And now we're at the corner. So we have to remember to put single crochets in each of these 2 corner stitches, and then work another corner, which is 1, 2, 3, to make that corner, and then single crochet in the other 2 corners, and back to our long single crochets. So it's really pretty simple. Okay, almost at the end of this round. So we're on round 8, and the 9 and 10 are really simple rounds too. So I'm just gonna give those a start so you can see how those start. This was probably the most tricky round, which really isn't tricky, so I know you can get those. But doesn't it look pretty? I love this color pattern in the front. Okay, so now we're down to our last 2 single crochets of this round. And then we're just going to join in that very first single crochet that I did, which is right here. So you just join, and with a slip stitch, we're fastening off this color. So we've got 1, 2, 3, we actually have 4 different colors here, and it looks really pretty. Now on to round 9, we're going to join in any corner stitch. So let's go back to, I'm going to go back to the blue. I like the blue. Start with that slip knot on the hook and just pick any corner that you want to start at, and we're going to go right into the center one. So of those 3 that you made for the corner, you go right into the center one and do a slip stitch. Chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then work 2 double crochets into that same stitch. And that is your corner. So now each corner of this round has 3 double crochets, and then we just simply do a round of regular double crochets all the way around in each stitch. So because we did a single crochet on the previous round and a single crochet on the round 2 rounds below, so we should have all single crochets to work into right across the side. And then once we get to the corner, we do 3 single crochets. And I didn't really count on this round. I don't think you really necessarily have to. As long as you remember to do your 3 single crochets for your corner, 1, 2, and 3, you probably don't really have to count. Your count should be, if it looks like this, your count is right, so you don't have to worry about counting. So on that round, which is round 9, you just work a double crochet all the way around. And then I'm going to show you, because round 10 is basically the same thing, but it's single crochet. So you work this double crochet border all the way around, and then you switch colors again, and then you work a single crochet border all the way around, and make sure you do the 3 stitches in the corner. And I'm just going to show you my finished one, so that way you can see we just did all doubles and all singles, and this is what the finished block looks like. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. That's what it looks like. And this block is super fun because you can really have fun with the different colors. I love with this blue and green. Now let me, my friends, turn my phone and see if I can get my tripod working here. Okay, great. So that was it. That was the October block party, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were able to make this really fun block along with me. If you missed the beginning, you can always watch the replay over on Annie's Facebook page. There's a whole playlist of all my block parties and all of my tutorials if you missed any. And thank you so much to Plymouth Yarns for sponsoring this block party and for giving me this gorgeous Encore worsted weight yarn that I absolutely love. And I hope you join me next week. Remember, we're usually at 12 noon on Fridays, so I hope you join me next Friday at 12 noon for another crochet tutorial. And have a great weekend. Bye everyone. Thank you.